What happened? We provided technical assistance to the Power Sector Working Group, the Nigeria Bulk Electricity Trader, referred to as NBET, and the Gas Aggregation Company of Nigeria, to improve the effectiveness of electricity offtake agreements. This included support in gas supply and purchase agreements, between gas suppliers and electricity generation companies or GENCOs, power purchase agreements between GENCOs and NBET, and vesting contracts between NBET and distribution companies or DISCOs. Why does it matter? After the privatization of the Nigerian power sector in 2013, contractual relationships between different participants in the energy market value chain were underpinned by government subsidies. This was the Transitional Electricity Market, or TEM. However, the TEM never matured and transformed, and there was no enforced consequences in the event of contractual obligations not being met. This put pressure on the government's ability to continue subsidy payments, and was unsustainable. To help resolve this situation, we provided technical assistance to the Power Sector Working Group. Who benefits? It affects all market participants such as gas suppliers, GENCOs, TCN, and DISCOs, with each party being held accountable for the delivery of power. Accurate information on the performance of the market participants will allow the Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Commission or NERC, the market operator, and NBET to follow up and implement appropriate measures in the event of failure to meet contractual obligations. Mainly, it affects consumers, who are the end users in the electricity value chain, and who will benefit through increased efficiency and more regular, predictable power supply. What did we do to make the difference? We reviewed the contractual frameworks from gas supply to generation, transmission, and distribution, and followed it up with an evaluation report, with recommendations for improving market contracting. We recommended that NBET pursue partial activation of contracts, in short to medium term, as a viable path to maintaining market stability. This means that only an agreed part of an energy sales contract would be enforced, allowing opportunity for the market to mature towards full activation. This approach was seen as a practical way to introduce accountability amongst market participants, and build confidence for planned and sustainable growth. We then examined the mitigation measures for the contractual challenges, and developed an action plan to address these, and ensuring alignment with medium-term market generation growth targets and conditions. With the introduction of partial activation of contracts, changes in market behavior are already visible, with all market participants responding positively to NERC's request. Our work on the service-based tariff dashboard has provided NERC with access to data to monitor the compliance of DISCOs. What lessons can we learn? 1. Changing regulatory processes takes time. The more difficult changes require time for the ideas to crystallize, and for buy-in to be achieved. Ongoing engagement with key players over a prolonged period is essential to bring about regulatory changes. 2. Political will is needed to drive change. The market was not willing initially, but NERC was determined to see change and recognized that this had to be handled delicately. NERC started with proposing change in areas that most players did not oppose. Gaining traction with these allowed NERC to pursue change in other more difficult areas. 3. Regulatory change can be facilitated. Regulatory change is not simply changing regulation, but working with the stakeholders as active engaged participants and crafting their buy-in.